Welcome to another edition of the Living Large Theater Podcast. Billy Santiago here along with my good friend of 37 years, Gary Rodriguez, super producer Noe Ayala. You can reach out to us on Gmail at livinglargetheater@gmail.com. We're available on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and Amazon Prime. If you want to become a sponsor of this fine program, reach out to our super producer, Noe, at 956-451-1633. And please, no calls after 9 p.m. Rate our podcast, share with a friend, leave us a comment, and more importantly, hit that subscribe button.
Hey, this is the Living Large Theater Podcast. Thank you, Billy. Admission is always free. All you need is a sense of humor and a thirst for entertainment. Today, Thursday, January 23rd, 2025. Please welcome our special guest, realtor, continuing education instructor, special events promoter, and MMA fight presenter, Oscar Enriquez.
Oscar!
Thank you. Oscar, thank you for being here. I know you're busy. We had Oscar inside the Living Large Theater probably about 2 months ago, announcing his upcoming event at the Payne Arena in Hidalgo, Texas on Friday, January 31st. It is MMA Ultimate Warrior. It's going to be fighting. It's going to be all kinds of excitement, and it's going to be safe for you, your friends, and your family. And now that's just a week away. We wanted to bring Oscar back onto the show to give away some free passes to some of our listeners who are local. Remember, the key word local, because we're worldwide, but these passes can only be given to somebody
might have
local.
a private jet, might want to fly in for the event.
That could be. That could be.
Right.
Please, Billy, give us our email address one more time.
It's livinglargetheater@gmail.com, Gary.
All right. So if you're listening and if you're in the South Texas area, please shoot us an email right now telling us who you are, where you are, and how many passes you would like. Thank you. Also, apologies to our listeners in Spain, Thailand, and Greece, who more than likely don't have the private jet and won't be able to make arrangements in time to attend this awesome Ultimate Warrior event. Before we talk to Oscar, take a moment to thank the wonderful sponsors of the Living Large Theater Podcast. White Sands Marina in Port Isabel, Texas, your vacation destination, especially this time of year. A beautiful hotel, a marina full of the best boat captains on the Gulf of Mexico. Check that, the Gulf of America. A top-tier restaurant that has an outstanding menu and one of the few places around that will actually cook your catch. And we can't forget about the bar at White Sands Marina with expert mixologist Johnny Barrera, shaking up the very best cocktails east of Las Vegas. White Sands Marina, owned and operated by U.S. military veterans Arnold and Corina Flores. Book your stay right now at wsnandsuites.com. Also, Ward Thomas and Majestic Studios. If you need a place to record your next hit record, Majestic Studios in McAllen, Texas is ready for you. And finally, Fred Rodriguez, the Texas sportsman, recipient of a Texas Senate proclamation naming him the premier fishing and hunting guide in South Texas. Gotta have it. Thank you. Those are our sponsors of the Living Large Theater Podcast. Back to Oscar Enriquez. Oscar, thank you so much for being here. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got to where you are today, and why you think things shake out good for you. What is it about your energy, your philosophy, or your way of doing things?
Well, it never shakes out all the time, but I tell you what, I'm one of these guys, glutton for punishment. I will lose it and dust myself off and try again. I'm not afraid to fail. And I think that's what separates me, that I'm just not afraid to try. And I'm always going to be, I'm my best asset.
You're very well-rounded, man. Last time we were here, I think I mentioned on the show that you actually built the FAR Police Department.
Yes,
You were
I
the
did.
construction general manager there, and you got it done. It's a beautiful facility, and you've done so many things. And like I said earlier, a realtor, continuing education instructor. In what format do you continue to do the education updates?
Well, I've kind of taken a pause because of the event and the MMA, because it's an everyday thing to promote. I'm trying to fill up a 4,000 seat arena. I got pro and amateur fights, so the day-to-day operation. I mean, we lost an amateur fighter yesterday, and we literally have 24 hours to 48 hours to fill that spot.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's myself, my son, two of my sons. So we start putting out
feelers, yeah.
and trying to find something. We did lose our main event last week during his training, Chris Pachero, in San Antonio, just like it happened with the UFC the 2 days before the big event.
Look, man, that shit happens.
Well, and you got to understand, these guys are training. They're training for a big deal.
Yeah.
It 3 months of training, and can you imagine? I mean, he literally called me crying. His wife had to get on the phone because he had to go to urgent care. He threw out his elbow.
Wow.
It was kind of a freak accident.
But can we say that a lot of these guys are on par with each other? So if Chris can't make it, the guy that steps up is equally as good, maybe better?
Well, I was trying to find a replacement to fight DJ, and it just couldn't happen because at that level. So what I did was we have a co-main event, and there are two fabulous female fighters, Hannah Summer and Lauren Wolf. They're coming. One's coming out of Las Vegas, and the other one Montana. And I kept them there. They're coming in. Everybody's coming in on Wednesday, but I elevated my third fighter, Sam Granagola, the Bull, and Johnny the Assassin Chapa. So they got elevated. It's their time to shine, and they took it. They were just like, "Hey, thank you for." Making me the main event. So we had to switch all our
one door closes, another opens.
That's right.
Hey, Billy could step in for that fight, right, Billy?
With the girl.
Yeah.
Billy? No.
She probably kicked my ass, man. I don't really want none of that.
No, I wouldn't put you in there because you really would kick your ass kicked. No. I'm talking about the older people.
Oh, okay.
How old are you?
I'm 67,
Oh,
man.
no, man.
So.
I don't even think they allow that.
Oh, okay.
That would be elderly abuse, man.
Let's not get carried away here, all right?
Talk about the life of an MMA fighter. I mean, I know you have huge respect for them, as we all do. But what do they have to be on a day-to-day basis to compete at that level? Dedicated.
I'm going to tell you, man. I, as you know, I told you guys I'm opening up a gym called Warrior Elite Fitness. It's on 405 West Awassa Road. We're going to be open by middle of February. We have a cage. It's going to be, it's run by MMA fighters, the guys that have regular jobs like you and me. And, they go in there and they work, and then they come train at 5 a.m. for 2 hours. They come after work. Man, these guys are dedicated, man. They don't drink. They don't smoke. They're just dedicated because the love for the fight. And I tell you what, I respect them. And that's one of the reasons that I've been around, and then we're teaching kids jiu-jitsu, and I love that because, again, as I told you, my amateur license, it's under a 501c foundation called Warriors Kids Empowerment.
That's impressive, man.
Oh, and what it does, Gary, it helps underprivileged kids from being bullied and troubled teens and teaching them MMA. And just doing that, it gives them that self-confidence that they're lacking. And you'd be amazed. I've seen kids from such a young age that they get picked on. And then you teach them something, they love it.
Yeah.
And they don't go to pick fights. No, they just have that confidence.
They have the confidence to defend themselves.
Absolutely.
So
and
Payne Arena, 4,000 seats. I just checked with the box office. You've already sold 3,200 seats. So this thing is already a premium.
No, I did not sell 3,200 because I don't want anybody to think, oh, there's no ticket. No.
We have some left.
We have,
but it is a premium right now.
Yeah. Well, I made it inexpensive. And listen, right now I'm happy. I'm feeling confident because we're 7 days out, and the ticket sales are half, which are good because the way that we are in the Rio Grande Valley, Rio Grande Valley is always mañana. So the day of the event,
last minute.
It's Friday night fights, man, at the Payne Arena.
Yeah.
You're going to have 7 professional fights and 6 amateurs, and the doors open at 5.
I did not know your card was that extensive.
Yes.
13
fights. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great night of entertainment. And you said $10 per ticket, $20 per ticket?
It's $10 a ticket and $20 again. Payne Arena, it has been great, and Ticketmasters, they have to put their fees. I mean, there's no way around. But even if they put their fees, those $10, even their $25, I mean, still, that's inexpensive.
You still have tables? Tables of 10? Or?
We got tables. If people call, we'll go to our website, or we have Oscar.
What's the website?
Oscar. Info at UWFpromotions.com.
Okay, hold on.
Info
at UWFpromotions.com. All right, Billy's going to repeat that before we head out of here.
And then if you message us, we'll sell individual tickets on the floor, and that way you won't get charged those fees, but you have to message us. We do have a limited. We have probably about 15 or 20 tables out of 74.
Okay.
So
it's still available.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
So talk to me. What happens? I walk in the door. I'm Joe Blow with my little Sancha, and we walk in the door Friday night, January 31st. Concession is going to be available?
Yeah, concession. Everything's the same. It's Payne Arena. We have a couple vendors. We have a guy out of Houston coming in there selling his stuff. And then, of course, the UWF, we have our own
You have
T-shirts.
your own merch?
Yeah, our own merch. And then really, basically, that's it. You're going to come in. The doors open at 5, like I said. You come in. And the show, the prelims start right at 6.
Okay.
I'm a Marine, former Marine. So I'm into times.
There you go.
So we're going to start right at 6 with the first one. And, again, I'm using a lot of local fighters, especially.
But that's
in
the appeal, though.
That's right, because they got their family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
That's
now,
smart, man.
They're coming in. They're bringing the show. They want to see their. We got a couple, and let me tell you, I don't know if I tell you, some of these MMA amateurs, they're police officers, man. They're police officers from McAllen, Edinburgh, Mission.
So they do this as a hobby, but this is an opportunity.
Well, no.
These guys
Never say a hobby.
They're
I mean,
professional.
pros.
They're professional
pros.
badasses.
They're pros.
Oh, okay.
And so
Don't
hobby
ever say
to
that,
me
Billy.
is sewing or
You're gonna
gardening.
get
Come on,
punched
man,
in
we're
the
kicking
face,
some
Billy.
ass. We're out there fucking some ass. And I tell you,
Hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I will. We just received this email from Lily in Corpus Christi, Texas. Wow. Dear Oscar, this is Lily Gallegos in Corpus Christi, Texas. My husband is a big fan of MMA events, and we would love... You need to learn how to spell that, love, Lily. We would love to travel to Hidalgo to see your event at the Payne Arena. Can we have 4 passes so we can invite our compadres to go with us? Thank you, Oscar. Well, congratulations, Lily. I mean, let's see. Do you have them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, so
Absolutely.
we'll get back with Lily, and we'll give her and her husband.
We'll make arrangements at the
make
ticket
arrangements.
office.
There you go. All right.
Absolutely.
Round of applause.
There we go.
First set of passes off to Lily Gallegos in Corpus Christi. Thank you so much.
Actually, we have a fighter from Corpus Christi fighting on the card. So
His name's not Gallegos, is it?
no.
So let me ask you something. How often are you going to have these fights in the Valley?
Well, I have a 3-fight deal with Payne.
Okay.
And Payne, by the way, they've been great. The general manager, everybody over there, they're excited about bringing MMA again.
Yep.
So the next one is May 17th and October 17th. But the change is this is the first and only time that I'm going to do a pro-am, professional and amateur. I did it just because it's our new era beginning, and I wanted to showcase us, right? And then, so the next ones are going to be pros.
All pros.
All pros.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, absolutely.
What if this one, January 31st, proves to be so fruitful with respect to attendance because the local guys bring in that many people?
Yeah.
Would you consider doing that again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Matter of fact, and I didn't finish, I also have in March of 2026 at the island that I've already secured that it will be all amateur.
Oh,
it
there
will
you
be
go.
amateurs. And again, I'm going to showcase.
What's in it for them? What would be the top prize if it's just amateurs?
There isn't. You don't get paid.
You get a trophy?
No.
You get a belt?
No.
Well, you get recognition, and then hopefully that'll turn into something.
They need fights in order to become a pro.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
So somebody tracks that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So that's what they
got
get.
paid. Yeah.
That's what they get.
And then I think maybe after this, we're talking about making belts for each division. So look, I'm here to stay. I'm not going to go.
Nice.
And,
That's awesome.
Well, you know what, dude? Thanks for counting us in as part of your support.
Absolutely,
because,
Gary. You and I go back.
Yeah, we want to help.
Actually, and I don't know if everybody remembers, you were in charge of the FAR Event Center when I did my first one.
That's right.
With 20.
How did he do?
Roger
Hey,
Huerta.
how did he do?
You kicked me out.
Roger Huerta and
War Machine.
War Machine.
And if
That's
you
a
remember,
bad dude,
that was a jam-packed.
You know who I really learned a lot from and you brought him down, I think, from Minnesota, Dave Monet.
that piece. I'm sorry.
Well, with me, he was
Can
such
I
a.
cuss?
Yeah, of
That
course.
piece of shit.
What
He's a
happened?
fucking piece of
I thought
shit.
y'all were tight, man.
Man, he's a piece of shit.
¿Qué pasó?
Hombre, no vale.
Get me in the
No
octagon.
vale
damn it.
chicle.
Come on, man.
Hey, would you get in the octagon with him?
No, because he probably kicked my ass. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. I will get in there with some, some equipment, and maybe I can.
Like a pipe.
Wow.
But no,
That's the beauty of being on the Living Large Theater podcast. You can say whatever you want as long as it's sincere.
Yeah.
We don't want anybody coming in here
No,
making
it's
shit
sincere.
up.
He's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of caca.
shit. Very sincere. And
That's awesome, man.
The other thing that I'm going to unveil for the first time, guys, I emulate myself toward the UFC. Dana White is, I hope one day I get
he's the standard, right?
I get to meet him because he's one of my.
Yeah.
I follow this guy, and I tell you what, my ring girls, I have the uniforms. But I'm gonna unveil my first 24-foot hexagon that I made from scratch.
Oh, wow.
I had contractors make it. We just finished it last week. It took me almost 2 months to do, and I'm talking, they've been using it
Hexagon
for a week.
is 6 sides, right?
That's 6 sides and 24 foot. It's big. I got my polyester, cover and the bells and whistles, and it's brand new. And it's going to be the first time it's going to be used. It's going to be at next Friday. We have it at we have it at the gym. And
wow!
I wish this was I can show it, but man, the guys are excited, and it's mine.
22 foot.
24 foot.
24 foot.
How long does it take to get it all set up?
We were talking about that because we had a production meeting over at Payne Arena with the operational manager and Rick. And I tell you what, it's going to take me, because right now it's set up. So it's going to take my guys literally 5 hours, 6 hours to take it down, put it on a semi.
Yeah.
Take it over there, and to put it back up, it's going to take another 6 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hi, Oscar. Email just came in. Hi, Oscar. I'm in McAllen, Texas. This is Mario in McAllen. Okay. Hi, Oscar. I'm in McAllen, about 5 miles from Payne Arena. That's good.
Yeah,
I would love to
absolutely.
take 5 of my buddies to your Ultimate Warrior event, January 31st. If you can spare that many passes, thank you. And I hope we get a chance to meet you. Can you hook them up?
Yeah, I can
That's
hook them
6.
up. Yeah,
That's
man,
6.
I'm excited. But we need to stop from there, man. I need some paying customers. I need some paying customers. I
Okay.
can't give them away.
Okay,
But yes, I will do it.
Well, I'm gonna bend you a little bit. Here's an email, and this will be the last one. Email from Kelly in Brownsville. Hi, Mr. Enriquez. My husband is a hardworking attorney here in Brownsville. He loves MMA events. He works hard all week. I'd love to see if we can have 2 passes so we can attend your event together on Friday, January 31st. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Can you help her out?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Kelly, thank you
Cut him
so
off.
much.
Cut him off, Oscar.
that's
Cut him
it.
off, Oscar. He's get away the house, man.
What's up?
Oscar,
Hey, man, and thank you for being so generous to our audience.
Absolutely.
And thank you for hooking up me and
Absolutely.
Noe and Billy if he wanted to go, but Billy's got other things to do. Good luck. We hope to see you there. Get your tickets where?
at Payne Arena. Go to the website or go at uwfpromotions.com. Listen to our podcast, the UWF podcast, and also we're on Spotify, our Facebook page. We even got a website. So listen, you can get a hold of me. We got 7 days. There's great tickets. Don't miss it because this is the beginning. This is the beginning of something that's going to be here. And I'm going to tell you something. With Mexico being right here and with our great President Trump, I guarantee it. And, you know, I'm hoping that this is going to be big in the next this year. We're going to have a great year, 2025.
It's going to be big. I see it happening.
Yeah.
I see you being the perfect promoter because you plan your work and you work your plan. And that's the key to everything.
Now, I had a question. Is it too late for sponsors to sponsor your fights?
No. And I tell you what, my ring, I wasn't quite ready for my ring, but the next one, it's going to be decked out. I'm going to get some main sponsors for the ring and be able to advertise. So thank you, Noe,
yeah,
for
that's
mentioning
important. So tickets will be available day of.
Yeah.
Yes. No thanks to us because we're giving them away like hotcakes right now.
Matter of fact, we need to kind of end it, man, 'cause otherwise
hey, a big round of applause for Oscar Enriquez, Ultimate Warrior. And it's happening at the Payne Arena in Hidalgo, Texas on Friday, January 31st. Thank you so much, Oscar, for coming in.
Thanks, guys.
Also, thanks again to our sponsors, White Sands Marina, Port Isabel, Texas. Make your reservations now at wsnnsuites.com. Thank you, Ward Thomas and Majestic Studios. Majestic Studios can help you with all your audio recording needs. And Fred Rodriguez, the Texas Sportsman, the premier hunting and fishing guide in South Texas. I didn't say that. The Texas Senate did.
That's right. livinlargetheater@gmail.com is where you can reach out to us on our email. We're on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Prime. Reach out to us if you want to become a sponsor of this fine program, 956-451-1633. Rate our podcast, share with a friend, leave us a comment. More importantly, hit that subscribe button. Until the next episode, you keep living large because you know we're living large.